You might be wondering how to survive and thrive in an empty nest. Guess what? I've got all those facts for you coming up. In this video, I'm diving into what you can do about empty nest syndrome. I'll cover common reasons why being an empty nester is hard. And finally, I'll share some tips for moving forward after your kids move out. So your kids have moved out and you're expecting empty nest syndrome. Well, you're probably feeling a whole mix of emotions, including a few that may surprise you. Most people with empty nest syndrome feel grief after their last kid moves out, even if part of you is relieved, or at least you thought you would be. It's a big change. Grief is super common when you experience big changes. Another really common reaction when your kids leave home is to feel completely lost. Your day-to-day life is suddenly and completely different. Even knowing that was coming, it's still a huge adjustment. Feeling lost is something I see a lot with my nutrition program clients when their kids move out. They put the brakes on all different parts of themselves and focus on being a parent. Their hopes, their dreams, their goals, all the things they used to do and used to be just got shoved back aside to raise these kids. Now that their kids are grown up and don't need as much from them, they're not sure how to start finding who they are when they're not focused on their kids. Plus, a lot of stuff they put on the back burner is now right there waiting for them, like marital problems or job problems. If you've been sweeping those problems under the rug until the kids left home, it's really common for those problems to now float to the surface. Now you've got that to deal with in addition to all these other changes. Before I go to my next point, I would love to hear from you. Look, 93% of my clients are female, and most of my clients are in their 50s and 60s. I don't know if that's you or not, but probably more than likely you are going through this or you have gone through this. So comment below and tell me, what has this been like for you? What are you dealing with? How are you handling all this? Comment below. I want to hear from you. If you're struggling to get over empty nest syndrome, here are the things you can do to start moving forward. The first thing I want you to do is give yourself some grace. So often we beat ourselves up for not being perfect and not handling things better. Your kids leaving home is hard, and it's okay that you're upset. Instead of resisting the fact that you're upset, just be okay with the fact that you aren't okay right now. Instead of going face down in a bag of Oreos to try to numb your grief, let it out. Cry as much as you need to. It's not good to try and just suppress those feelings. My dad, Larry Terhurst, an LCPC, has created many of our programs called What's Eating You and Code Red Loss and Grieving and Loving the New You. And he's really good at this stuff. And of course, being a therapist, he's a really good listener. And, I talk to my dad every day. And just the other day, I called him up and I realized I don't have kids, so it's not a directly linked to empty nesters, but just something I'm feeling. I called my dad up the other day and I said, Dad, I'm just having a rough day today, and I don't have these very often, you guys. I am generally 99% of the time, I'm having great days. And I said, Dad, I'm just having a hard time. And my dad said, you know what, hon? He said, it's okay to not be okay. And I don't know what it was, like what I just said to you. It's okay that you're not okay right now. I don't know what it was just hearing that from him. It really helped me to just realize, okay, I'm having an off day. That's all right. Don't overanalyze it. Don't freak out. Just let it be. It's okay to not be okay. I wanted to share that with you, that really, if you're going through this, it's really all right that you're having a hard time. The next thing you can do is give it time. Change, especially when it's massive or sudden, really throws people for a loop. Be patient with yourself. Give yourself the time you need to adjust to your new reality. Finally, start by getting in touch with who you are now and what you want now. You don't have to know what those things are just yet. I'm asking you to figure it out by going out and trying different things. Your life's in total upheaval right now anyway. So instead of just waiting around for things to settle down into whatever, get out and do different things. Go out to eat with your spouse or your girlfriends. Learn a new skill. Or go back to one that you set aside while raising your kids. You can also look at the different things you used to enjoy before you put them on hold to raise your kids. What are the dreams you used to have? Do you still have them? Ask yourself and find out. If you do still have those dreams, maybe now's the time to go after them. And just because your life is different from how it's been the last 18 or more years doesn't mean that your life is now over. It just means a new chapter of your life is beginning. And you get to decide what it's gonna look like. It's okay if you miss your kids, but I also want to see you get excited because a whole new world is opening up to you. Your life didn't end when you had kids. And life also isn't ending just because your kids are grown up and moved on. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to grieve. And it's okay if you feel lost. Give yourself time and grace, but also start looking forward to this next chapter of your life. If you really want to get over empty nest syndrome, here's one more thing you can do. A lot of parents let themselves go when having kids. They figure that because their kids' needs come first, their needs have to come last, I guess. If that's where you're at, well, then maybe your next step to getting over your empty nest syndrome is to start taking great care of you. So when taking a look at certain hobbies that you might be wanting to pick up, don't let the way you feel stop you from picking those hobbies back up. And here's what I'm talking about. Let's say sewing. Okay, sewing. You used to love sewing or crocheting or knitting. I know a little bit about this. I can crochet, I can knit, I can sew. My mom taught me how, and we learned back when I was in school. And this is definitely something, obviously, it's very hand dominant and you have to use your hands. But let's say your hands hurt all the time. I want to encourage you to not just say, well, my hands hurt, I just can't do that anymore. No, let's find out why your hands are hurting. It's not just a given that as you get older that your hands and your knees are just gonna hurt. That's not true. Yes, that happens, but that doesn't happen just because we're getting older. That happens because of the bull crap you're shoving in your pie hole. That happens because you're eating too many crap carbs, too much processed food, and too much sugar and alcohol, and you have inflammation in your hands. So before you just say, I guess I can never go back to my sewing projects, hold on. Give the Code Red lifestyle a chance to help you heal your body through real food, water, and sleep, and then see if you can still pick up that hobby. I would bet my next paycheck on the fact that your hands will stop hurting and you'll be able to start sewing and knitting and crocheting again. Same thing with your knees. If your knees hurt every time you get out of the recliner and you're like, I really miss gardening, but I can't get on my knees anymore and pull those weeds, hold on. If your knees are hurting, that's inflammation. And that is caused by the crap you are shoving in your mouth that doesn't belong there. The sugar, the processed food, the crapola, you know what I'm talking about. Too much wine, too much sugar, too many Keebler Elf cookies, too many red vines, too much popcorn. That, just controlling your food, just controlling your intake and getting that crap out of your body is gonna help that pain go away, because that pain is inflammation. That pain is not automatically just what happens when you get old. Because I got a lot of ladies on my program who are grandmas or who are in their 50s, 60s, 70s, even 80s, that can do all the things that they used to do without pain. And that's because they choose foods that heal. You'll learn this more later in the Code Red Lifestyle. My nutrition program, the Code Red Lifestyle, can help you with all this. I'll teach you how to lose all the weight you want with real food, water, and sleep. No shakes, no pills, no diet foods, no exercise. The best place to get started on Code Red is the 10-Pound Takedown Challenge, which you can check out at 10poundtakedown.com. You can lose 10 pounds in 30 days and feel better than you have in years, maybe even decades. Do this for you. Now is your time. So take your life back. Get started at 10poundtakedown.com. I've linked it up below, and I'll see you in the next video. They put the brakes on all different, hold on. They're not sure how to start finding who they are and I keep messing this up. Throws most people for a loop. Those are for a loop? That's right, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right, okay. You can also look at the different, nope. What are some things that you used to dream? Nope. So get started at 10-Pound Takedown. I don't know why, I just looked up to the top of your head. Let me do that again. Sorry, hold on.